And so we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Esports Heaven with the Kung Fu Cup qualifiers. We're on our second and last qualifier for Europe, and we are getting ready for our next series. It's going to be Guru for Extreme Supremacy, and of course NightEnD for Neurosoft.
Yeah, it's going to be PVZ. We've had a lot of those, really.
Yeah, we had
probably the highest number of matchup, like in terms of matchup numbers.
I think PVT.
PVT?
Because of the Koreans.
Maybe. No, I don't know. I'm trying to if we put all of these qualifiers together, which one have we which one have we had the most?
We need to grab some stats off of that.
I think we should actually, check that up later.
We should.
Yeah.
But it would be fun if it was Z and P because of me being Z and you being P.
Maybe, man. But I really like the
hashtag biased casters.
I really like the Terran matchup though.
TVT is amazing
when we have any Terrans. Now, anyway, guys, we're going to be jumping into our second series here of today. And, we have our first player in the green. He is the Zerg spawning here in the top right on Expedition Lost. He is Guru for Team Extreme Supremacy. And his opponent for Neurosoft, the blue Protoss in the southern position on the left-hand side. He is NightEnD.
And Neurosoft Pro Gaming, not just gaming, Pro Gaming. So
have to remember that.
Yeah,
Pro
remember
Gaming.
The Pro parts, NightEnD.
You have to emphasize that.
NightEnD actually a very old school player.
He's been around for ages, man. Like we've had some of these people who used to play back in 2010, 2011 MLG, show up out of nowhere to play in our EU and American qualifiers.
Oh yeah.
So it's been fun, have a sort of throwback Thursday.
I actually talked to NightEnD a bit when I was over, I think a few years back in DreamHack Summer, and like me and Winter playing for My Insanity. We were doing like this video for Friend, and we got like NightEnD to say hello to him, and very polite guy, very nice guy overall. So if you guys are at LAN, you see NightEnD over there playing his Protoss out, do go say hey to him. He's very nice overall, and does communicate with his fans a lot.
Like, we have a lot of players really nice, genuine people. So whenever you get the chance, really, if they have a meet and greet, I definitely say.
Oh, have you seen live meet and greets?
Oh man, like so many girls.
Oh, so many fangirls. It's just like when you see Jaedong.
Lots of cute girls, man.
Yeah, that's
probably very happy.
Pro gaming life in Korea.
You have the money, you have the fame, you have the girls.
Oh yeah.
He's not old enough to drive a car, I think. Not 18 yet.
No, he's born 97, I believe.
He's not.
I think so. He's 2 years younger than me.
So young, man.
Yeah, so young.
So young yet so successful.
Oh yes, but Guru. Let's not count this guy out. He's a Grandmaster player, or has been rather. I'm not sure if he's still because of how the leagues work nowadays. Sarah, oops, that's my enter key. I'm trying to. I'm using my hands so much here. I'm
very aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive gestures over here. No, I'm hitting my keyboard. So, yeah, he used to be a Grandmaster player, not sure if he's still, but played a lot of online cups, go for SE2s, and, well, it's going to be interesting because this is the same team, if you remember Beastie Cutie from back in the day.
The Terran?
Oh, yes. He played all plays for Team Extreme Supremacy. I haven't seen him in a while. I know he's been playing a bit recently, but I haven't been paying too much attention to it.
Well, enough about the other guys. Even though they are amazing, we have these two in front of us. And NightEnD did go for the Nexus first, going into Gate and the double gas, 3 in each. On the other side of things, Guru opting in for Hatch first, into gas pool. Well, wait, actually, did he go pool gas? Because he got the gas, but started mining it really late, so it sort of throws me off a little bit.
Very easy way to tell if you have 2 queens at the same time, or if you have 1 queen and then 1 queen at a time. So you can see right now, 1 is injecting main, 1 is and then it goes down to the naturals. So this was a pool first.
Thank God that I have you.
Yeah, what can I say? Of course, this is a
You're so good at Zerg, man.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I wish I was just as good with my mechanics. I do cast a bit too much to keep my mechanics up.
I think it sort of ends with lands. It happens to everyone. We end up talking about the game, just not playing it.
But it's so fun to talk about.
It is. It's amazing.
Yeah, but As Guru right now, he's going to have 3 queens, which I really do like. He's going to have 1 indexed queen at all times. A bit of late third, you could say, but that means also, of course, that earlier queen to inject with. And, well, let's see. He hasn't started his Overlord yet. I think he kind of missed out on this because he's going to supply cap right now. Or supply block himself, rather.
Yeah, just for a little while. Not going to be too big. Just a little nuisance, really. I think there's this sort of like magic supply that is the bane for every race. I think like 28 was the one for Zerg, right? And then for Protoss it's the 3rd pylon. Terran, I'm not too sure, because they can just supply drop, you know, things that get crazy.
I think the Y28 is a lot in ZVT, because that's the Reaper comes in around 22 or so, and you make your double queen, which takes you up to 26, and then you're supposed to make just 1 more drone. So you get up to 27, but because you're getting harassed, you're not thinking as much.
That's true. Like
you just drone blindly.
You know, like make a few extra lings.
Or a few extra drones, and then like you actually make 1 more, and then you sit there, so hardcore supply capped, and you see him going for the Zerg in that case, going for his double Overlord, which does happen if you're not used to really heavy Reaper pressure. But right now, Guru is going for Carapace into Roaches. Is he going for Roachling?
He very well might. This Carapace, man, it's a really cute little move, because it's just going to completely nullify the use of having a quick +1. Of course, we're not seeing that here from NightEnD. He's now finally adding it in. It might look to chrono into it, we'll have to see. He's got a decent count in Sentry. He's getting a few additional ones, and, well, for now, just going to look to grab that 3rd Nexus. So no big pressure coming out of NightEnD yet. Have a handful of lings in production though here for Guru, so
this is a lot actually. I think
he's going to be looking to go for the shutdown maybe.
I think right now he's making more drones behind it, so what he's going for is an initial poke with the lings to try to kill maybe a sentry or force some more warpins from NightEnD, but then he's going to go into heavy roach pressure, and NightEnD scouting this should see, oh, that's probably +1, maybe have another Eva somewhere, just +1 for roaches. It's very common.
Exactly, probably assumes.
Yeah.
What? He probably assumes,
Oh, assumes. I thought you said Asus. He's like, this is not Counter-Strike. What are you talking about?
It's Asus. Now, but, he probably assumes it's the aggressive upgrade, +1 missile attacks. Because you generally don't see Zergs grabbing a really quick Carapace. It's very uncommon, actually.
So wait. He's going to Hydrodan. Whoa.
Very fast Hydrodan here. So he's probably just going to be looking here to go for a quick time. He tried to shut down this 3rd base.
Yeah, the thing is, this is very odd rather, because he cut out a lot of workers, got into a Roach with just Carapace. This is something you would do in ZVZ or similar if you want to go for big Roach push followed by massive lings. But he's just going into 4th base, he's setting up with Hydras. This must be because he's afraid of +1.
It sort of feels like, Guru kind of just minding his own business here. He's going to grab Proba 2 here, by the way, with this little swing around.
A very unorthodox build, I must say.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, you scout this as Protoss. Like, you're not going to be entirely sure what's going on. And here we see NightEnD, with this hallucinated Phoenix, will be coming in to the main and natural of Guru. Is going to see only this single evolution chamber still, and the Hydrodan upgrading something. And a 5th gas. So he probably knows now, finally, establishes what composition it is going to be. Needs to hold on to that 3rd base though, and has no splash damage.
And what we see Guru right now, he's stopping at 5 gases, he's making a lot of units, and no more upgrades coming down. So unless he's just being sloppy and forgetting new buildings, which he really shouldn't at this level of play, I think maybe just a big Roachling Hydra attack with the Carapace. This is very odd for me, but might as well work. He's attacking right into NightEnD, and he has just about twice the army supply. A very mobile army, I have to say. He doesn't have Hydra speed though, so that's going to be one issue, but he will reach across force fields.
Oh yeah, need to be careful there. Could have lost a good section of his army, but NightEnD not dropping that final killing blow in terms of force fields. Now we have Alzagi posturing here by this tower, controlling the space right outside the 3rd of NightEnD. With that observer though, he will be able to keep tabs on his opponent. Has got blink finished. +2 almost done, so these +2 blink silkers will actually be very, very powerful And of course, he will be one offensive upgrade above that +1 carapace out of Guru.
And of course, Zealots against Lynx now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna two-shot them,
and
man.
Zealots against Hydras as well, suddenly so much better. And even Stalkers at this point just get so strong. Guru seems to be a bit shut down. He's not just trying to contain his opponent. Now he's moving in against NightEnD. Let's see if he gets those force fields off. Not really. So Guru's going to trade decently here. We're going to see how well NightEnD can block off the rest of the army. Guru should be moving forward his entire army, not just this.
Yeah, and actually, you know, NightEnd's army could have been sandwiched here if Guru would have decided to push up into that third from 2 angles. But no, he's going to try to force the issue here in the natural instead. Will be able to pick off this third Nexus. That goes down. And NightEnd just looking really, really shaky here. We have Guru pushing up this ramp. There we go. Force field has finally secured the safety over that Colossus. But still, NightEnd has got powered down gateways. He's lost his third base and his armies are all split up, and now this Colossus might actually fall very, very low. He needs to be so careful, and he loses it. This is terrible for NightEnd.
This is absolutely horrific. More units coming out from Guru, and NightEnd just wasn't ready for this. The Carapace does help quite a bit against the +2, but a very unorthodox push, I must say, from Guru, really taking NightEnd off guard.
Yeah, you know, ended up doing devastating damage. Behind this attack, killing the third base, we see Guru with that gold base. He's just going to continue churning out this composition and crumble down NightEnd.
Oh yeah, and I mean, he's still just on 5 gases, so he's still just going to the same composition. He's not trying to transition. He's not trying to go into Vipers.
He doesn't need to transition, because, I mean, with NightEnd on the ropes like this, look at how many cannons he's got here, by the way, for this ramp. Not going to be enough. Oh, well, the army does arrive. Going to push her back. Actually, an aggressive blink here from NightEnd, not even retaking that third base. And you know, even if he tried, I don't think he'd be able to.
I don't think so. This is what Guru's kind of relying on. He's even getting a 5th base at this point. So it's going to be 5 versus 2 bases. And, well, Guru at that point, of course, should probably be looking into his 6th and 7th gas to get into that hive and probably the Vipers. But as he's seeing right now, this NightEnd is on 2 bases. It's going to be quite difficult for... rather, he doesn't really need to even to go into Vipers.
Even gets the time up there. Out of NightEnd. Actually a very important spell when fighting this sort of composition, but now we have Guru trying to move in for the kill. Force field's not really doing enough here. The units do get very, very close, trying to hug those Colossus, not actually focusing on them. So micro mistake there from Guru, but still he's cleaning up a very costly section of the army here from NightEnd. And even though if Guru would lose this army, that's no problem. He's got a great economy. He's going to have that 5th hatchery soon. And he'll just be able to remax once again on the same composition.
Now I see more gas coming down for Guru, so he's probably looking to start getting either Aspire or that Hive to deal with the Colossus, because he has nothing to respond to that really. And we did see yesterday, I believe it was Sora, who had some very close games against Hyun.
Oh yeah, Sora.
When you let him go into that Colossus play.
Oh yeah, Sora actually almost killed an
a 4 base with 2 bases.
An army that was optimized to deal with the composition he had. He almost got him there. So, sick game. But, you know, we're in this one, and Guru, once again, is going to try to push up this ramp. But there's a lot of cannons now, and reinforce that wall with a few additional pylons. Third base, finally retaken here for NightEnd. And Guru trying to push up. He needs to be careful, though, to not overextend. But this, of course, does pull the army of the Protoss out of position. Even though they have Blink, not going to make it in time. And the third base is cancelled.
It is cancelled. Not going to get the kill. Guru probably wanted that, but that's still a very big win for him. He's right now about twice the armor supply of his opponent. And
3 bases up at this point as well.
Oh yeah, and he's going to get his hive. And there is no risk to this, really. He needs to grab all his gases, though, because he can't really spend anymore. Would like to see a Macratch as well. But now we go into details. I mean, he has this game just about won almost.
Yeah, you know, it's... I think that NightEnd just sort of sticking in this game, hoping that maybe Guru is going to make some sort of mistake, a slip-up, which will give him a chance, a fighting chance, but it's just looking very hard. And now we see Guru just pushing up this ramp, going to break down a few of these pylons, kill the cannons, and then he just backs down again. And for losing a handful of roaches, a couple of hydras, doesn't matter, because his economy, look at how much money he's got at this point in comparison to NightEnd.
Yeah, right now Guru needs to trade a few units away because he needs those Vipers, of course. The strongest timing for NightEnD will be just before the Vipers arrive, and I think he realizes this himself. He has 4 Colossus, just about the same amount as Zora, but now we see 5 Spine Crawlers helping Guru. But remember, still, these Colossi can do a lot of damage. No Force Fields, though.
And those are going to be very important here. Look at this, these Roaches closing the gap with that Blink, not being sufficient, actually. And Guru doing some pretty good damage. Of course, like we've talked about so much earlier, Stalk is being very costly. So even though he does decide to blink aggressively, going to be able to break down these spines. He's taken a lot of like military losses from this. These 4 Colossi, though, those are going to be very important. Needs to retain those. And we'll see how will Guru work around this.
A very big thing right now. Guru like use all his lava on everything but Vipers. He got Mass Roach when he needed Vipers.
I think that was an autopilot decision, actually.
It was, and he just wanted to remax ASAP. Remember now, because of those late gases, he doesn't have the gas rate to make a lot of Vipers either, so one big blink forward rather, could absolutely shut those down. Now, NightEnD hasn't won this game. He's not even close to beating Guru yet, because Guru's getting to max out again, but no Hydras coming out, and they are so important against this.
Very nice move here. I want to point out, by the way, you know, Guru attacking up into the natural, or sort of moving aggressively towards the natural to draw NightEnD back to buy some more time. And look at this, it's working, his plan is working. We see the army under NightEnD returning home, and he's even going to be able to pick up a handful of units, which every single unit he loses at this point, NightEnD struggles to replenish.
Absolutely, he's mining from 1.5 base at most. Right now, Guru is going to lose his Roaches, but he's training for quite a few Stalkers still. And of course, the amount of time he bought off of this economy is just fantastic. Although losing that gold base early, he's trying to replenish that with a new one down to the right-hand side. And now, of course, the Vipers are out, and they're going to use that Consume spell to make sure they can bait the... fish the Colossus out, as we usually say.
I grab those...
Grab 2 Vipers, though.
Grab him with the Abducts. That's actually...
He usually wants 4 to 5 corrupted... Vipers almost.
Yeah, he only has a total of 4 Abducts at this point. So he needs to land every single one.
Yeah, and only 1 Blind Cloud if he doesn't consume more. Up to 2 Blind Clouds per Viper,
I think it's like 100 energy for Blinding Cloud. So you get 2 per full energy Viper.
Yeah.
5th base being taken in by Guru. Ooh, this Observer. This is very important, though, that he sees this. So he knows the angling, and he knows about those Vipers. This is probably going to get NightEnD to be a bit more careful with his Colossi, but of course he needs them sort of in the middle of the army to be able to deal actual damage. So this puts NightEnD in somewhat of an awkward position, but he's going to try to use these Stalkers to maybe blink forward and pick off a Viper. That's not going to happen.
Let's see if those Vipers can get the Colossi. The Vipers are focused down. He gets 2 Colossi and a nice Blinding Cloud, but... Of course, right now, NightEnD is trying to hold this high ground, and it's very difficult for Guru to push up this position, of course, without those Hydras. And he's taking a lot of damage. Remember, this is +3 against just Carapace. Of course, though, Guru getting on top of those Colossus cannot be happening for NightEnD, and getting that base is just a bit too much for our Protoss player. Yeah,
the loss of that 3rd man is going to seal the deal. And even losing so much army, NightEnD realizes there's no point in staying in the game, and that's going to be GG. Which brings Guru to 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 series between our 2 players.
And of course, I mean, NightEnD played well, but he wasn't ready for this very unorthodox kind of pushing style.
I think the scouting, really confused him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's going on?
He sees... the thing is, it's not, like, odd whatsoever to have 1 Evo pumping plus 1 upgrades, but you don't get your Carapace. This is something we see...
A very cute move.
Yeah, you usually see +1 melee if you want to go into Ling Roach, because you're going to get a lot more Lings. If you see Carapace that early, it's most likely because you want to have like a lot of Lings versus upgrade Zealots. So it's going to be something that you rely on like a later timing with a lot of Lings. But I don't think he saw this coming whatsoever. I don't think anyone saw this coming, really.
No, definitely not. And worked to great effect here.
Oh, it seems like we went into the series a bit late here. NightEnD says he's already won a game up, so this should be a 1-1 score, actually. That's interesting. I don't think anyone knew that. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know.
I have to smack our admins, man.
Nah, I gotta smack.
Those guys have done an outstanding job, so gonna show them some love, of course.
Okay, and it's... Okay, so that explains it. It seems like Guru was a bit late.
Yeah, we just informed. By the way, we have this, like, thing that can just give us updates right on the go. Very, very flexible.
Yeah, of course. Thanks to Crooksel, we can have that. So we can plug it. It's a bit of break.
Of course, we can plug.
Yeah, I'm gonna plug
Crooksel.
Crooksel. So basically, we're now here in the middle of Stockholm and casting from Crooksel Studios, an absolutely fantastic studio. You can see here we have 3 wonderful screens showing the score, the races, what's going on, and the background, of course, very nice. So if you have any esports events and you need a production,
you guys want production for anything really? Just we can hook you up.
And of course, if you want to contact him, or just follow him and check out any other amazing production he does, you can follow him at his Twitter. You can see everything in the info below on this website. If you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching Team Liquid, you probably have to go into Crooksel on Twitter and check that out.
But of course, hit him up, show him some love, making all of this possible. Absolutely amazing guy.
Very nice guy.
Yeah, man, love him to bits.
Every time.
Every time.
But let's see here. I mean,
we're in the lobby right now, so we're waiting to kick off this 3rd game. Or it's technically going to be the 2nd game because of the walkover thing.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense, right? Because I thought he was just late and they were still in the first series.
Oh
but
yeah, no, we put I think the rules work like you're late 50 minutes late, that's 1 point. You're 20 minutes late, you get the 2nd point sealed.
And that's
it's just not slow down things, so we don't have to sit around and wait for everyone. So that means score is actually 1-1 with Guru taking the technically first map they're playing, but the 2nd point. So it's going to bring it to match point now.
It actually is going to be a bit of a surprise for us, but that happens. And we are loading in for our 2nd map. It's going to be Deadwing. I was about to ask you if you had any good guesses, but I could see you glance on my monitor.
Didn't even actually check.
You cheat every time.
No, man, I don't. I'm a very honest guy.
Yeah, sure.
I always tell the truth.
Every time you're gonna call, it's gonna be Dark Templar, and everyone's like, no, and he puts down Dark Shrine. That's because you asked the player before what he's going to do. So you look good.
30 esports money, guys. Very handy. But as you can see, of course, once again on the screens here behind me, we are loading in, and let's just jump right into it. The deciding game here between our 2 players. Our first spawning in the bottom left here. He is playing for Neurosoft, and he is the Blue Protoss NightEnD. And his opponent spawning just north of him here, still wearing the color green. He is playing for Extreme Supremacy, and he is Guru.
So, Guru with a very nice first game.
Very weird first game, but working.
Oh yeah. NightEnD though, I mean, he didn't get to say too much in that game. He just did his build, had a hard time, and then just tried to come back. And I think Guru had the same issue as Hyun did. When you manage to shut down all these bases and you constantly make more and more LATEC units, you are stuck on this kind of tier 2.5 or 2 rather.
Well, the Protoss goes up to his tier 3.
Exactly.
And the trades become really sort of inefficient, even though you have the superior economy. If
especially
it goes too far.
Especially with the only 1 carapace against +3 attack.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very big difference in terms of how you're going to be taking those battles.
But right now, NightEnD is going to scout Guru first. So
goes for the gateway expand, by the way.
He scouts vertical. He saw Paul first, so it's always a good decision. Oh, sorry, he didn't see Paul first.
Didn't see anything.
He didn't see a hatchery. Sorry, that's my.
Oh yeah, so maybe he was a bit scared of something coming, but it is going to be hatched first from Guru, and Gate from NightEnD has not decided to grab the gas, so we'll probably see him just go right for the Nexus after that Gate, and then go into the double gas.
So off the double gas, can you still go for a bit of a delayed Oracle, for instance?
Oh yeah, most definitely. At some points it can actually work a bit as an anti-timing for the Zerg, because the Zerg expects your Oracle to arrive at 5:30. Say if you go for
if it's super early.
Yeah, exactly. If you go for a gateway expand into a quick double gas and then go for the Nexus, very sort of uncommon to go about it that way. But anyway, they expect the Oracle at a certain time. Then it doesn't arrive, so they sort of start relaxing, and then there comes an Oracle.
Yeah, it might happen. We see a lot of Zergs nowadays being very lazy, and with lazy I do mean greedy, because lazy is kind of the wrong word for it, but that's what I like to call it, because it's about putting those spore crawlers down in each and every base. Now we see Guru going for that 3rd base right away. This is a very early third base, of course, so he's not concerned whatsoever with what NightEnD is doing.
Oh, yeah, he did come in here with this Overlord and sees the timing, you know, the Cyber Core, sees that double gas, so he just knows it's going to be a Nexus, but just for good measure, he is going to send that Overlord in there and check things out. NightEnD, on the other side of things, does see this third hatchery coming out of Guru.
And, well, right now Guru, though, let's see when he gets his gas. Because it's still no speed coming out from him, so he probably will get the double gas around between 5:30 and 6 minutes, which is standard timing. 5:30 if you don't want to get all in, 6 minutes if you're greedy. And of course we need to see those spore cores come down around 6 minutes, 6:30, because if you get them at 7 minutes, you're going to have an Oracle coming into your base as it's not really finished yet.
Oh yeah, and of course Dark Shrine, because it is cheaper nowadays.
It's not as common, but it's very, very difficult to deal with when it does arrive.
Oh yeah, but DT, you know, fastest possible, quickest DTs on, or fastest possible DTs on 2 base, 8 minutes, with a good proxy pylon. A good number of lings here though from Guru.
Is he? Oh, is he doing this build?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
He's
doing this.
Yeah, man.
build.
He stopped at 18 drones, and now he's just gonna mass Zerglings.
Oh wow!
Using these as pretty much additional macro hatcheries.
I didn't even watch that production stuff for some time because I'm so used to just pure droning. Wow.
Stargate being dropped down here for NightEnD. If he gets an Oracle, can help a little, but still has limited energy. And we have more links streaming in, and no photon overcharge yet. Probes being forced to fight it. Will lose a couple of them, but manages to do a pretty good job,
engagement,
actually.
I'd say.
Yeah, very nice there for NightEnD. Still losing a few probes. Second Zealot is out, and still more Zerglings streaming across the map. This is going to be a very awkward position for NightEnD to be in. What Nexus do I photon overcharge? I think the better one would be to just, you know, keep the main safe because he's got the most to lose there. And just surrender the natural Nexus.
The problem is though, if you surrender it and Guru's making drones as he's doing right now behind this, you're actually going to be quite far behind because of the triple drone production. So he does get the photon overcharge in his natural, and Guru's not moving up to the main. He's not pulling back his links until now, so a lot of links going down in vain, but we see more and more links coming out from Guru to join forces here. Behind this though, a lot of drones, and he's going to try to get away with as much economy as possible.
It's going to be hard though. We have an Oracle on the way, second one even. And these two Oracles, if he decides to stack them up or manages to pick a couple of drones before Guru is ready, that's going to be very awkward because it'll bring him back down to a very low economy. So NightEnD saying, you playing this way, you're on a low economy, you hurt a few probes of mine, if I'm going down, you're coming down with me.
Let's see how much damage this Oracle can do. Right now we do see a Queen on its way over here, but should not be focusing on the Queen. Second Queen will help enough though for the Oracle to be deterred for now. Gets 5 kills, a good start. Remember though, no Spore Cores still. The second Oracle coming in here, and if they add forces, a lot of drones may go down.
Yeah, you know, this is sort of the issue, as we can see with how the way that Guru opened. He just doesn't have the economy to make drones, to continuously make lings, and get Spore Crawlers. So
it's extremely inconvenient at least.
Yes, it's looking very tight in terms of money here for our Zerg, and he's going to lose even more drones.
Oh wow.
And
he's not paying attention with that Queen.
Oh man, how much has he lost? 10 workers have gone down to this Oracle in the third base. The other one, I think it did make it out. Yeah, there we have it, another 2 kills. So 12 in total between the two Oracles. And behind this we have the Forge and the Twilight Council being dropped down even NightEnD. Looks as if he's setting up here to go for a big blink attack. Could even go for the 3-base blink variation if he wants to.
Oh yeah, he's getting a double gases. We're going to see what he decides with that. Now we see Spore Core is going down in the third. Nothing in the natural though. This is so greedy from Guru. He kind of realizes he's lost a lot of workers, so he's going to go on a limb here and hope that NightEnD won't check in the natural, which if he does will result in a lot of casualties from Guru's side.
Definitely, you know, even Queen probably going to go down.
Oh dear.
And here we go, the two Oracles swinging up here in the northern part of the map. So they're still hanging out.
Oh, Guru, you're so greedy.
Is he going to just bypass this natural? No, he's going to commit right in here. Double pulsar beam doing insane damage versus light units. Doesn't have too much energy stacked up on these Oracles, but still, not before a handful or quite many drones do go down. Almost losing an Oracle. Manages to save them both. So 16 on that one and 2 still. So he managed to add in another 6
kills.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great start here for NightEnD because look at the low economy here for the Zerg.
It is really low, and remember now we're 10.5 minutes into the game, and Guru is just now going to go up to 60 workers. Just now he's getting his lair, and just now he's getting his last few gases. No fourth still, and NightEnD could easily try to go into his 3-base play. Guru really, oh sorry, that's the wrong player, there we go. Guru really wants to see this 3rd base, but he's being deterred by NightEnD. He might think this is blink all in, because he's already making roaches, but it's still very difficult on this delayed tech they has.
But you know what, man? It actually is blink all in here that we see from NightEnD, man. He's got the 3 final gates finishing up, whooping in more stalkers. No
spines.
3rd base. Yeah, this is going to be like detrimental. The fact that he has no spines, and now with the use of these oracles, will even be able to clean up creep, which makes it even harder to defend. He's going to swing into this 3rd base here. Has that blink available, of course. Whoa. Well, thought you'd blink. You'd imagine he'd blink that stalker, but not really. Burrow, though, on the way here for Guru. So if he can just hold on until that finishes, he's going to be in a much better position to make the hold, but it's looking very hard.
And Guru tries to sneak past this. He's going to pay for it with a few roaches. Or even with a time up, might just lose just about every single roach. And with that, NightEnD knows he can go up here. Not enough defense from Guru, and NightEnD might just close out the series. And, well, Guru just a bit too greedy in this game, I have to say.
Most definitely, man. Even supply blocked at this point. Another time, but it does go down. Drone's pulled off the line. Just not going to be enough here for Guru, man. Aggressive blink forward from NightEnD to seal the deal. And that's going to be it. It's going to be good night here.
It truly is, and well, NightEnD ending it in a very nice fashion, as Guru right now is asking,
uncertain of the standings in this series. NightEnD confirming.
Yeah, Guru a bit sad about that, but
whoa, Guru.
Well, there we go. NightEnD takes this 2-1, and we are going to see him moving forward in the brackets.
Yeah, congratulations to NightEnD. Playing a very nice second game there.
A very nice one, I have to say.
You know, managing to hold on versus that sort of build, it's very easy that you sort of get panicked, really flustered, start making mistakes.
Especially scouting that 3rd base.
Yeah,
always tells you there's no all incoming.
99% of the time, you'd always, it would always be drones. And that 1% is when they do that build. Really scary, really crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is very scary, and you know, as a solo player myself, whenever I see a 3rd base, even as a caster, I automatically look away from the production tab.
Yeah, because you're like, he's gonna make drones.
Every time it's going up to 3 queens, every time it's going up to about 50 workers or so, and you try to add in your 530 gases if you don't have one already. But this time he just kept going with those lings. I thought it was a bit interesting that he went for hatch pull hatch, which we do see from time to time. But you know, he managed to almost take NightEnD off guard.
Yeah, looked very close there for a second, but still nicely held. Anyway, guys, that was our second series here for tonight. It was sort of half a series. You missed out on one game there, sadly. But we're going to cut it to a 3-minute break before we jump into our next series. And, of course, he will find one for you guys. But, you know, until then, stay tuned.